In this video I'm going to talk about JavaScript function once again, and I promise I'm going to get to the deeper in this video. The last video was in Bengali language, and I have got some post or I got some message in my LinkedIn and Facebook that if I can make it in English and if I can explain further more in this JavaScript about JavaScript function. So that is why I am again coming with this video. So first let me tell you what is JavaScript function, okay, and why do we use it anyway. You can say JavaScript functions is heart of the JavaScript, okay. You can do phenomenal thing with JavaScript functions, okay. Means if you want to do some activities, you can create a function and you can means you can execute some piece of codes with the help of that function. And even you can use the same function elsewhere if you need the same functionalities there as well, okay. So reusability is one of the key feature of JavaScript functions. So let me do my hands dirty and write some code to make you understand how I can use or what are the ways I can create a JavaScript function. You can see on my screen that we can create a JavaScript function. Means the function statement, there are function statement, there are function expression, declaration function, means anonymous function, named functions, right? And there are two functions I can recall. One is arrow function and another is generator functions, and those are very much ES6 compliant. So I will explain them in some other videos. These are not in this scope. So what is a function statement? Okay, so when we write anything like a function something, so it's the simple functional statement, okay, a function statement, okay. So and if I do something like this, this is a function expression, right? So when we do something like this, this is an expression, right? Likewise, if I do the similar thing, means if I can assign this enter function into another variable which is doable in JavaScript, so this is called functional expression. You may heard that JavaScript is first class citizen. So why JavaScript is first class citizen? Because you can declare or you can assign JavaScript in different way, okay, and they are not going to throw you any kind of error, but they are still working fine, okay. That is why we call JavaScript the first class citizen. It can be assigned as a variable, it can be means if we can create a function without any name, we can create a function with a name, we can assign it to a variable, even we can simply declare it, okay. Let me and now so in order to run this thing, so let me console something over here so that you can understand much more about this function. Let me copy this entire thing and put it over here, and let me console here as well. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to call them something, and okay, let me clear it and refresh it once. What happened? Okay, this page is getting refreshed. Okay, so you can see this function statement is coming as console, and function expression is coming as console. So we can write or we can create a JavaScript function in this way. But you may encounter interview questions is why or what is the difference between a functional statement or functional expression, because we can write a function in this way, right? So it comes, the problem comes, or you can, they are different with each other in terms of hoisting. Okay, so I haven't told you about, or I haven't created anything, or I haven't mentioned anything about hoisting so far. So JavaScript has a capability that we can assign a value into a variable before declaring the variable. Okay, and yet I console this variable, it will give you the output. Okay, let me close it, otherwise it will give me, yeah, see this line number 16, this 10, or if I put some string over here like this, you may understand well. Okay, yeah, so you can see this 10. Okay, this is printing this, right? So I have assigned a value into this variable before even declaring this variable. Okay, so what happens, it gets means this declaration moves to the top of the JavaScript document, and there is a concept of this variable hoisting, and if you want to really understand this hoisting, then I need to take you to that JavaScript call stack and global execution environment, and I need to make you understand about a lot of things. I will create a separate video for that. Anyway, this way it can happen. Okay, so if I try to call this function before its declaration, means before creating this function, then it will give me an error like function is not a function, means the error is not proper here. It must be giving that I cannot call a function before declaring this function over here. Okay, so this error is not proper. Better you can try it on your VS Code, there you can get the proper error reporting. Okay, anyway, so let me delete it. Okay, I have done something wrong over here as well. You see, error in sandbox, and this function is not a function, this error is not proper as I mentioned earlier. So let me open this thing, and right now you can see everything is in order. Okay, so this is so as I said, this is a function statement and this is a function expression. And if somebody asks what is a function declaration, then you can say that this is a function declaration. Okay, so function statement and the function declaration are the same, so you don't have any problem with that. So I can delete it from here. So now anonymous function. Okay, so what is anonymous function? So you see here I haven't given any name, still it's running, right? So when I'm creating a function without having any name, then it's a anonymous function. And when I can also give any name, func name over here, so this is a named function. Okay, it's not going to give you any error as of now, because it's a valid expression, or it's a valid way of creating a function, so it's not going to throw you an error. Okay, so as I said, this is an anonymous function. If you write a function, if you write a anonymous function without assigning that anonymous function into a variable, it will throw you an error. Okay, according to the JavaScript specification, you need to mention a name, or else it would throw you an error. In this case, you cannot call this function, right, because it doesn't have any name, so you cannot give the reference of this function anyway. But you see this here, I have assigned this into a variable, so it will work properly as anonymous function. And named function, I just show you when you give some name over here, it is a named function. All right. Okay, so I hope you understood about this function statement, function expression, and function declaration, and anonymous function, named function. And as per the ES6 compliant, we have arrow function as well, and I am just providing you, or I am just showing you the simple syntax of it. It is very simple, and we are going to use this arrow function when we don't need any context of any other in the context of that particular document, or the context of that parent function or parent class. Then we are going to use this arrow function, and I will explain it in the later stage anyway. But just let me give you an overview, or how we can, the syntax, how we can write a arrow function. So you can do something like this. Okay, console.log let me clear this. Okay, and if we call this ARR, you see it will give you this arrow function. Okay, since this arrow function had been executed, and you are able to get the console printed over here. All right, and the generator function. So in order to do something on this generator function, we need to declare a generator function like this. Okay, and there are some way we can do it, like we need to yield yield something. So I will explain this generator function in a separate video, and it is a very interesting thing to learn about, because when you are going to work with React server, let's say, then you are going to use this generator function a lot of time. It will it will help you to iterate, or it will help you to give you execute different API calls one by one, and you are going to the iteration would be very helpful with the help of this generator function. Okay, I will make a separate video on that. Okay, this is the way we can write a different JavaScript functions. In my next video, let me ideate a simple and practical way of doing it, and let me find a way to relate it with a real-time scenario, or practical scenario, so that this understanding and your learning would be more concrete on JavaScript functions and JavaScript array and objects. So if this video is helpful for you and you learned something about JavaScript function, how you can create it, and what are the different type of JavaScript function available in the JavaScript world, if you got a clear idea, then please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, so please subscribe this channel. This is it for this time. See you soon in my next video. Until then, keep practicing.